Hello and welcome to an extremely rushed Comic Book Wednesdays. I have a full house just now, so we're going to just go ahead and ignore any background noise. Honestly, just now it is like the Weasleys have just moved in. With that out of the way, let's talk about some news. Sam Humphries and Stephen Saunders, both comic book veterans, are self-publishing a new comic. The book is going to be called Our Love Is Real, and reading the synopsis of the storyline, as far as I can tell, it's absolutely crazy. Not crazy in a good way, just downright insane. If they pull off something this insane well, it can be a masterpiece, so I'm still going to keep an eye on it, but at the moment I'm not sure. That book is out today. It's only available through select retailers and online, but I will be keeping my eye out to see if there's any reviews come out of that. So there's some more news out about the DC Reboot. DC are now officially referring to it as the New 52. Comic book retailers received an email entitled The New 52 and You. It was full of information and explanations and answered a few questions that comic book retailers and comic book fans were wanting to know. The main points are that the lead book is going to be the Justice League. 48 of the 52 stories released in September will be $2.99, which is the standard retail price for a comic, and they're going to be releasing everything digital on the same day it's released in the stores. They go on to talk about why they're calling it a launch and not a reboot. They've said that the New 52 can undo some events in the DC continuity, but they've also said that a lot of the great stories remain. There's a lot of other information on there. I'm sure if you Google the New 52 and you'll get a copy of the email. If you're genuinely interested in working out what DC have in store for us, then I would suggest you read it. Right, let's do a review. Today I'm going to look at Ultimate Spider-Man. It makes it easier for me to talk about the comic without putting in specific spoilers if I just review this as a series. In the year 2000, Marvel created the Ultimate Universe. It provided readers with a modern reimagining of classic comic book characters. Brian Bendis wrote the entirety of the series. Mark Bagley did the vast majority of the artwork for it. I'm going to assume that the vast majority of people watching this actually know who Spider-Man is, so I'm not going to delve too deeply into who Spider-Man is or what he does. Basically, he's a superhero. He was a teenager, he got bitten by a spider on a school trip, it was radioactive, and he got superpowers, kinda spider related. Ultimate Spider-Man focuses a lot more on the fact that Peter Parker is a teenage superhero. There's a lot more high school stuff goes on. All the relationships seem really emotionally charged. It fits in really well with the story because you're getting to look at Peter as he's discovering his new powers and getting used to being a superhero, but at the same time he's getting used to being who he is. He's going through that awkward teenage phase. You'll see in the artwork that Spider-Man actually does look a lot more awkward. His hands and feet seem too big for his body. It's drawn in a really modern style. It's probably one of the most vibrant comics you'll ever read. If you know Spider-Man at all from other comics or from watching the movie, then you will love Ultimate Spider-Man. It's just a fresh perspective on a story that the vast majority of us already know to some degree. The series is totally accessible if you don't know anything about the Marvel Universe or about Spider-Man. You can pick it up. You don't have to start at number 1 in the series to start reading comics, but a lot of people do feel that that helps. And with a finished series like Ultimate Spider-Man, there's no reason why you wouldn't. I can't recommend this comic enough. I can't actually fault it on anything other than personal taste. I know a few people who say they don't like that style of comic book. I think those people are in a small minority who prefer more grown-up comics, but Ultimate Spider-Man is totally awesome. In my opinion, it's a perfect comic book series and absolutely everyone should read it at some point if they like comics. That's me all finished for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next week.